guys. Why don't we just try to finish one last swing? I always like to try to end on a good shot, you know, give you a good feeling about coming back for next time. All right, great swing there. Awesome. All right, fantastic. All right, guys, why don't we bring it in, kind of do a little quick wrap up, kind of go over a few more things. All right, so first off, let me say thank you guys very much for coming out for this group lesson. I hope this was very helpful for you. You know, what we went over here, we started with putting. Our next lesson after that was chipping, and we came chipping and pitching. Then we came to the full swing, and we worked on some sand game as well. So ultimately, what I hope to have you guys do from this is, you know, kind of learn a little something about your game. Hopefully, we made a few tweaks to your swing and your thought process about playing golf, so you can kind of have a little bit more successful time out there. But ultimately, at the end of this, I hope you guys to have, you know, an idea of how to practice. You know, we want to practice with a purpose. You know, it's really important to come out, whether it's putting, you know, chipping, you know, full swing. Really try to, you know, pick your target lines. You know, if you're putting, don't just go up there and whack, you know, 100-foot putts left and right all over the green. You know, start with short putts, work your way back. Same thing with chipping and pitching. You know, don't try to hit, you know, big, huge flop shots all day. You know, try to hit a few shots different and really actually, you know, make the most of your practice session. And when you get down to the range, don't just hit 100 balls, you know, without any kind of thought process. You know, kind of work through your bag, maybe kind of fill out, you know, hit a few different types of shots with each different club. You know, say, for example, take a 7-iron, try to hit one low, hit one high, draw, fade, all those different kind of shots. But ultimately, at the end of this, I really hope for you guys to take away, you know, an idea of what makes the golf swing do different types of things. So, you know, why you're hitting a slice, why you're hitting a hook, you know, and how you can help narrow that gap to keep everything more in play. Does anybody have any questions about what we went over through this whole session?
What's a good way to practice reps? Like, how large of a bucket should we get hitting? Like, is 100 balls too much? Is 35 too little?
Yeah, so, you know, maybe start off, you know, if you have a certain amount of time, don't just try to crank out, you know, 100 balls because you have half an hour to come out work. Maybe just hit 20 balls in that short time and really be methodical about it. You know, something I like to do when I practice is maybe hit 10 or 15 different shots with the same type of club and kind of go from there. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to hit a full large bucket of balls, just don't do it with no purpose at all. Really try to focus on hitting a certain type of shot and figuring out what makes the ball do which type of thing. You know, if that means a smaller bucket or just taking a lot longer to hit that full bucket, you know, that's kind of for you to figure out. Just make sure, what I'm trying to say is make sure you're coming out here and really being deliberate with your practice and really trying to, you know, fix something versus getting your reps in. Going to the range doesn't mean you're going to be better. Going to the range and practicing better is what's going to improve your game.
Is it a bad idea to just use my driver?
Yes, in fact, not unless you're specifically trying to work on something specific with your driver.
I have 100 balls to hit.
Yeah, so I think you should not come out here and start hitting with your driver and hit a whole 100 balls with your driver. It's important to kind of work your way up to the driver. You know, obviously if you have a problem with your driver, that might be the area to focus on, but it's important to kind of work your way up to it. You know, just like if you were going to the gym, you wouldn't just start out going full weights, you kind of work your way up to that. Same with golf. The driver's the longest club, maybe the hardest hit for most people. We want to kind of work our way up to that, make sure you get loose and ready to go. Any other questions?
Should we practice with like every club in our bag? Let's say you're going to get a large bucket. Do you want to kind of work your way through the bag, or
yeah, great.
do you want to just do irons only or woods only?
Well, like I said, you know, before with Kevin, it's kind of important to figure out what your weakest part of your game is and kind of build from there. But I think it is a good idea to kind of go through your whole bag. Obviously, try to emphasize whatever you struggle with the most. You know, if you find your short irons are really your problem, maybe try to work on those the most, but still important to try to hit a few drivers in between time. But yes, definitely go through the whole bag. Don't focus on any one specific club only and just end your practice session with that.
Got it.
All right, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll hopefully see you next time.
Yeah, definitely.